today's demonstration of Resolve Actions, we are going to be taking a look at an automation responsible for synchronizing tickets between two disparate ITSMs. In today's example, we're going to be looking at ServiceNow and Jira. But one of the great things about Resolve and its automation offering is how vendor agnostic it is when it comes to the systems, services, and applications with which it can integrate. We can truly talk to any system with an API or command line interface, and the majority of popular enterprise ITSMs are already fully integrated, built into the solution right out of the box. What I've got up on my screen now is the Workflow Designer. Inside the Workflow Designer, users can build everything from the simplest to the most complex IT processes in an entirely visual canvas where each and every one of the steps along the way is taken out through drag and drop built-in activities. So for example, doing things like adding a work note to a ticket is as simple as what we see here. Everything is very visual, intuitive, and point and click. New actions can be taken from the menu on the left, dragged on over to the canvas, some settings can be configured, and in just a few short moments, the entire thing is actionable. Let me get rid of that one there, and we will proceed. I've pulled up Jira Service Desk here, where we are going to create a new support ticket. So I'll fill this ticket out here, an IT help ticket. The user, John Doe, is requesting a password reset. We're going to do things like set the ticket priority to high, apply the password reset label, and then go on and create our ticket. Now, upon doing so, Resolve is connected to Jira, listening for new or updated tickets. And if we open up the Live dashboard back on the Resolve side and check out the Running Workflows tab, we'll see as this ticket is intercepted from Jira right here, and the automation is running in real time. We can also drill down into the audit trail view to get a live play-by-play of everything the automation is doing. Heading back over to the ticket, if we check out the comments, we will see that this ticket has been automatically synchronized to ServiceNow, and a brand new ServiceNow ticket has been created. So I'll go ahead and copy the ticket number, bring it on over to ServiceNow, and we will see that the ticket was properly categorized and subcategorized. We'll see in the short description how the original ticket number key is present along with the original submitter of the ticket. We'll also see how the ticket priority and impact was also accurately filled out as well. Now from here, this entire integration is completely bidirectional in that anything that happens within one ticketing system will be reflected back in the other. For example, let's go ahead and add an attachment to the original Jira ticket. Let's call it a screenshot from the end user showing how they're unable to log into their account due to an incorrect password. There we are. So I'll go ahead and add this to the original Jira ticket. And in the same way Resolve picked up on the initial creation of this ticket, it will also detect the update. Once it does so, that same attachment will be added right over here to the synchronized ServiceNow ticket. And there it is. It's just been uploaded right before our very eyes. Wonderful. Let's pivot back over to the Jira ticket and add a little context. Add a note here. I've gone and uploaded a screenshot sent to me from the end user. Now, after submitting this comment here on the Jira side, coming back over to ServiceNow, in just a few short seconds, I will see the same comment synchronized as a work note inside of this incident. Wonderful, and there it is. It gives us the unique Jira comment ID as well as the entirety of the original comment. Now, as somebody here working in a separate team, siloed away from the folks responsible for Jira, I can come into this particular ITSM and say something like, we've received the request and are processing it now. Posting this work note to ServiceNow will bring the comment right back over here to Jira. And it only takes just a couple short seconds due to how quickly Resolve can intercept these requests and post the updates. And there we are, synchronized from ServiceNow. We've received this request and are processing it now. So over here on the Jira side, I may want to say something like, well, I can see that it's being worked on. Why don't we change this from a waiting for support state to an in progress? I can go ahead and do so. And then as you'd expect, back over on the ServiceNow side, we will see the same change take effect as the ServiceNow ticket is changed from new to active or in progress. And there we are. All right, so let's say we're going to actually go ahead and handle this password reset request. Here, I'm RDP'd over to our Active Directory server. After finding the John Doe user, I'm going to go ahead and facilitate the password reset request. But of course, I'd like to include some screenshots here as proof, as it were, that I can include to the ticket and show the Jira team. So I'll do so. And there's my success message. So I'll capture this as well. First, let's send a note letting the Jira team know that the password has been reset. Excellent. And here's our update. We'll take it a step further, as I said, and we'll post our proof screenshots. So synchronizing attachments is bidirectional here, fully bidirectional. So it's not just Jira attachments synchronizing to ServiceNow, but both ways. So we'll drag those two screenshots you saw me take a moment ago into the ServiceNow ticket, and back over on the Jira side, they'll be populated up here. And just like that, there they are. So now, should the need arise, any attachments like screenshot proofs coming from one team within one ITSM over to mine here in Jira are all fully accessible. So now that I've seen this, I can verify with the user that they're able to log in. And after doing so, why don't we go ahead and give a little thanks to our ServiceNow team. Thank you. The user has verified they're able to successfully log in now. Upon submitting that, it'll be the last work note that we see synchronized here with ServiceNow. And now that our ServiceNow has seen our delightful thank you, we can head back over to Jira, and how about we close the ticket out? We'll resolve this issue, mark it as done, and upon doing so, our synchronized ServiceNow ticket will also be resolved. And there we go. Ticket has been resolved. Excellent. So here we saw how one ITSM can serve as something of the source of truth, the place where tickets get created, the place where tickets can get closed, but another ITSM functioning as an absolute mirror of the first. Every note, every comment, and every attachment completely and fully bidirectionally synchronized. Now, why don't we peel back the layers a bit and take a look at the workflows responsible for the automation that we just saw. So with Resolve's pre-built integration into many popular ITSMs like Jira, ServiceNow, all of the offerings from BMC, you name it, we've got it. We can see how simple it is to do things like search one system for existing matching tickets, do things like handle if-else branches so that if an existing ticket doesn't exist, we can go ahead and create it after parsing out all of the relevant details that we need. And how easily we can go ahead and update the original system to add a note saying this ticket has been synchronized and here is the number. On the right, we can see how we can handle every part of the bidirectional synchronization. Through the built-in integrations, we can do things like list out attachments, grab ticket comments. We can also do things like download and upload attachments with ease. And for all of the correlation from fields from one ITSM to the other, and when I say correlation, I think I really mean more like a translation. We can use nifty things like lookup tables. So we see, for example, here, this table letting me set relationships between ServiceNow and Jira, where specific ticket urgencies or impacts should be correlated or translated as other specific impacts or urgencies within the other ITSM, and so on and so forth. And we can create these for as many different field types as we should need. And you can see just some of the ones I created for this particular synchronization use case include things like category, priority, state, and like I mentioned, impact and urgency. We're back here in the Workflow Designer. And to wrap up today's demonstration, I'd like to mention that all of these integrations and pre-built use case templates, just like the one we've seen here today, are all accessible from Resolve's very cool and very useful content exchange. Users have an ability to download all sorts of pre-built content so that they can get off to the races quickly with Resolve. We're talking about hours and days here, folks, not weeks, months, or even years. Thanks so much for watching.